Hey, this is Eric Matisoff, and my role at Adobe is as the principal evangelist for analytics and data science. Today, I'm going to show you some more ways to adjust the data on the fly by customizing your data view, this time by setting persistence and attribution settings right here in the UI. Just like before, I've got two different panels side by side, this one with the original cross-industry demo dataset data view, and on the right, the fixed version of that same exact data view. Now you notice the data is the same across both of them, but the challenge here is a lot of customers find that every time they add one metric into a free-form table, they are constantly, every single time they adjust it, they are then modifying the attribution model associated with that URL. So they right-click, they choose to modify, and then they go ahead and choose whichever attribution model they had planned on using. So for example, switch it on over to the person reporting window. Then finally, click Apply, and the algorithm runs and the data is updated. Now, what if we could actually set that so that's the default attribution model for this or any other metric within the data view? Well, guess what? It's possible. All we need to do is head on into our data view builder here, select the metric in which we would like to change the attribution for it, and just simply say set the attribution and choose our default attribution method, algorithmic, and the look back window to the person reporting window. Finally, hit save. All right, then we can switch back on into our project, refresh our components so that our definitions are updated within this project, and then refresh the project. Check out how the data here automatically shows that we're using the algorithmic and person-based settings for attribution. Now, in addition to this, we can also do the exact same thing at the dimension level as well. Say for some reason, we wanted our refer URL to also say, you know what, any metric that we tie to this particular dimension should have a unique or a preset attribution model. Well, we can do the same thing from a dimension standpoint. We find our dimension, scroll all the way down to persistence, and we've got some nice options here as well. Now, these are going to be a little bit more limited in terms of the settings that you saw earlier within the metrics, but you can see that they're pretty similar to those that you're familiar with from traditional Adobe Analytics as well, with most recent or last or original, which would be first, or all, which is similar to participation. So we would just simply set our allocation as well as our expiration. And if you've heard us say those words before, they will sound a lot like EVAR settings. And so perhaps we want to set it to original and person. Go ahead and save that new allocation and expiration settings for our persistence. Head on back and refresh the component definitions in this project. And finally, refresh the project. Check out how we've got slightly different data that's been applied, actually to really make it clear. Perhaps we will finally also apply a new attribution model over here as well. And now you can see we've got a different default attribution model assigned with this particular dimension over here within our fixed data view. I hope you've enjoyed this walkthrough of the attribution and persistence settings of metrics as well as dimensions within Customer Journey Analytics. Thank you.